welcome to Doors and Corners, a sci-fi and fantasy film commentary podcast. I'm Brian.
And I'm Zach. And every Friday, we sit down and watch a science fiction or fantasy film and give our 2 cents on its quality, production, story, and trivia.
We watch the film together, but without sounds or visuals provided to avoid copyright issues. But if you do have access, we encourage you to join us and follow along.
Here, we like to keep things casual, and there may be discussions of spoilers or sensitive materials or language. But we do try and keep things clean and family-friendly. Ultimately, the goal of this podcast is to create the experience of us all sitting down and watching this movie together.
So get ready to hit that play button, because we're about to get started.
Damn Doors and Corners, that's where they get you.
Welcome back to Doors and Corners. I'm Brian.
I'm Zach.
And tonight...
Oh, Brian, do you know what we're doing today?
He's starting already.
We're watching Batman
Returns.
Returns. Oh.
He came back.
Dang it. Why did he have to come back like this? This is like when you had that really good friend who you grew up with and they were great and then they moved away and now they're back, but now they're like a crypto bro or into an MLM or something.
Into an MLM. Oh.
Like that's what this is. But okay, so I have been watching a whole lot of the channel that we bring up fairly often on this podcast called Caravan of Garbage. They are a YouTube channel that they do movie stuff. They're fun. They're a couple of idiots. Not entirely unlike us, though much more charming and charismatic than we are.
Yeah, they're
just
definitely funnier.
A couple of dudes. A couple of morons who watch movies. And I've been listening to a lot of them. And then it would just kind of autoplay into the next thing. And I found out that they have a whole other subgenre of videos on their channel.
Really?
And so I've decided that I am going to copy them.
Oh, no.
This subgenre being they play a game. In particular, one of them reads a bad review of a movie, and the other one has to guess what movie that is.
Okay.
Have you seen any of these, Brian?
I have not. Can you promise me that I've seen the movie you're going to do this to me with?
So we're going over Batman movies.
Okay.
And I'm going to read a bad review that is found online, whether it be from Letterboxd or Internet Movie Database or other, that I found particularly funny, of Batman movies. And you are going to guess which Batman movie it is. And
the sheer amount of animated Batman movies that makes me nervous, but go for it.
That's okay. We're only doing theatrical releases.
Oh, okay.
Live action.
Well, see, now I'm feeling confident, and that's probably a bad thing.
That has the name of Batman or a derivative of in the title.
Gotcha.
So
all right.
It won't be like Suicide Squad or The Flash. These are Batman movies. That way, it's not like this huge, giant list, and we can get through them fairly quickly because I'm going to have fun with this. Okay?
All right,
Are you ready for the first one?
Give me.
Okay, this review says, I straight up don't get why people like this movie. It's not Batman. It's not sauceful. And that's Sauful. I love that word.
Like pasta sauce?
It's not sauceful.
Okay.
And it's just so effing boring. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I'll take creepy Leto over this cokehead schmuck. Half star is for the Batmobile. Might be the best Batmobile.
Well, he references Heath Ledger, so I'm assuming this has the Joker in it. But it maybe he references Leto.
I'll take creepy Leto over
Yeah, Leto.
Schmuck.
And I do not like. Oh gosh, see, I want to say Dark Knight Rises, but I don't think I'm right. I think this is actually. I think that this is somebody that's actually going to say that about the Dark Knight. That's my final answer.
This is not the Dark Knight.
It's not. Dang it! All right.
This is for Batman '89.
Okay. But I was right. I was right in that it was a Joker Batman movie. Okay, I'm going to take a little solace in that.
So Cokehead, I thought was kind of a giveaway because a lot of people have said, and we mentioned this last week, that Jack Nicholson's Joker is the cocaine version of the Joker. The same way that some people say that Heath Ledger's Joker is heroin and Leto's Joker is methamphetamine.
He's something, I'll tell you.
All right, second one.
Go for it.
Scooby-Doo live action on a horny, goofy acid trip. A part of my soul rotted and died while watching this joke of a film. Was that a bat-gina I saw?
Oh, gosh. I mean, this had to have been Batman and Robin.
It is Batman and Robin. right.
I mean, not to be like sexist, but it's the only movie I can think of with Batman with a prominent girl in a bat costume.
That was just too funny. I couldn't
Oh
pass it up.
gosh.
Number 3, Batman being an emo, sad puppy.
Oh,
who
this
wants
is the
nothing
Batman.
more than to be not like other girls. And
Yes.
the villain, once a fun-loving genius, now a basic bitch with absolutely no good reason to do anything other than
Yeah,
wanting
this is the
attention.
Batman.
Waste of 3 hours.
As soon
so
as you,
gay.
as soon as you said the Batman, I mean, as soon as you said emo, I'm like, this is the Batman.
It is, but I thought it was funny.
It is. That is funny. It's just you're giving, the emo comment of like, yeah, there's no way that's not Robert Pattinson,
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
who is
'cause
a
they-
brilliant actor, by the
they
way.
get a
Like,
little
despite Twilight,
And I love The Batman.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie.
that is a movie. I think I've said
Okay.
this on this podcast. Every time I watch the movie, I like it more. Like, it has done nothing
Yeah.
but grow. I was
And
like,
for those of you who say that it is too long, you're entirely correct, but you can very easily cut it into 3 episodes of your average HBO TV show at about 45 minutes each.
yeah.
And it comes out really good and cohesive.
I will gladly
saying.
admit I have fallen asleep during that movie, but I still love it.
Oh, me too. Okay, number 4. This is the longest one, so bear with me.
All right, I'm listening.
The plot is weak and cliche with little development or payoff. Casting is jarring and ineffective. The script is utterly incoherent. Dialogue and structure are nonsensical or embarrassing. The score feels out of place and overly generic to the point where it takes away from the story. The film is poorly framed, out of focus, inconsistent visuals. The camera work is amateurish, with accidental zooms or shaky handheld shots. The lighting is either too harsh or too dark to see. There was no effort to establish a coherent world. Editing and post-production includes poor transitions and sequencing that disrupts the experience. The pacing is so poor, it ruins the film.
All right, I could be totally wrong, but my instinct is saying specifically the Whedon version of Justice League.
Batman 1966.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. All right. I mean,
It was this awful tirade of like every possible thing that could be wrong with the movie.
I mean,
didn't expect
it's-
you to get that one.
I think he might be right, but I still like that movie. It's a fun,
Okay.
charming movie.
Here's a good one. Anti-Japanese propaganda Batman. Who would have thought? Dick's cute though.
Dick's cute. Okay. Anti-Japanese. Okay, I mean, well, that sounds like it has to have Robin in it then. So,
I don't expect you to get this one, to be honest.
I mean, this. Is this one of the live theatrically released, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this could be.
Did debut in theaters.
Yeah, so I'm like this could be Mask of the Phantasm. Even though I don't know what
It's not
that
Mask of the Phantasm.
it is.
It's not. You can get one more guess.
Okay, I was to say like, but I can't think of anything anti-Japanese in that movie. What else animated came out in theaters?
You want the answer?
The Flash. I don't know.
The first appearance of Batman, 1943.
Oh gosh, this came out in theaters. Really?
It did.
Okay.
I mean, where else were they going to release
who
it in
who played
1943?
Batman?
In that one, I knew his name. He was actually like the first on-screen Batman.
Yeah.
His name was Lewis Wilson.
Okay. Because this is like
Mm-hmm.
that's back in the same era as like the George Reeves Superman era, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just floppy
Alright.
bat ears.
Yeah, and just like obviously, I mean, I've seen Halloween costumes that are higher quality than the superhero costumes from that era.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe
But-
this one will be better.
Okay, last one. We gotta get going.
No, I have so many more.
We can do this again. We got more Batmans.
Okay. I'm gonna skip to the better
Okay,
ones.
okay. 2 more. You can do 2 more.
Okay, they'll be short.
All right.
Corny, ridiculous, washed out, unfunny, and soulless. Christopher, no.
Okay, it makes me think that it's a Nolan film. There's nothing that other than Christopher. I mean, I could see the right type of human being say that about any of his movies. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Batman Begins.
It is Batman Begins.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Okay. I had a
All right,
1-in-3 shot
next
there.
one, real short. This movie is a war crime, and I do not sanction this buffoonery.
Okay. I hope this is Batman and Robin.
It is not. You get one more guess.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say the other worst movie, which is Whedon's Justice League.
Nope, this is Batman Forever.
Oh, see, Batman
There's
Forever.
a rather famous bit of trivia in which Tommy Lee Jones went up to Jim Carrey and said to him,
Oh, he
I
hated
do
him.
not sanction your buffoonery.
Okay, that's right. Because they did not like each other.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. Because we are, if anybody's curious, we are gonna do Returns and Batman and Robin this year. We're gonna take a little break after this tonight. We're gonna do a few other films, then we'll circle back around and kind of wrap up the Batman quadrilogy from the late
Yes.
80s or 90s.
But
Wow,
if there ends up being
Get your
a
butt
movie
outta here, man.
that we really, really, really want to do, then I'm going to sacrifice those ones. But it has to be a really special occasion. Okay, that's on my sacrificial list. Okay, one more.
We'll
please.
talk. We'll
Please.
talk. Okay,
Please.
all right. You
One
know
more.
what? Gosh. All right, fine. Go ahead.
I waited 10 years to watch this movie, and I'll need another 10 years to fully heal from it. This movie felt like someone pissed directly into my eyeballs by somebody who hasn't had water in months. This movie felt like dry heaving, but you can't throw up. The fact that there are nuggets of intelligent story here makes the rest of this garbage all the more infuriating. I hate this movie, and I watched the 3-hour extended edition because apparently I hate myself too.
I mean, the 10 years, and I love the imagery of pissing and making the point of they didn't drink water for a long time. Like, that's a little poetic, you know?
And then
It's got to be BVS. The way that he said that
It is Batman
the 10
versus
years
Superman.
and the Snyder cut is for the most part liked, and it's longer than 3 hours. So that was my deduction there, was that it's got to be the ultimate cut of BVS.
you are correct. It is Batman vs. Superman. And I'll end there because I had a lot of fun with this. Thank
Nice.
you, Brian, for participating.
All
You
right.
get a Batman trophy.
Are you going to send me a Batman model?
Good.
I'm kidding, man.
Now I have an excuse for making another Batman model.
You need to make either the animated series Batman, like the classic for season 1 animated series Batman, or like Arkham City Batman.
Ooh, Arkham City Batman. I
One,
like me some-
one of those two, and you can make it like at a Warhammer scale, you know, just like a little guy, a little one, little baby one.
That's not fun. For those of you who don't know, I 3D print models.
I'm trying to be nice, man.
Like
not
the one that
give
I
you like
currently
a.
have in my hands that is, what does this thing measure here? 1.5 feet tall of John Bernthal's The Punisher.
Nice. I'm trying to be nice and not have you like commit to a month-long project for one figure. No, if
That's
anybody's
the way I
curious,
roll.
Matt is. I just called you Matt because I have too many friends
Gotta
with
cut
single-syllable
that out.
names. Zach is quite good at 3D printing, and then not only printing them but painting them. I am looking at a Master Chief that he did for me that I dare say is better than any collector piece you could find on the internet.
Resin 3D printing specifically.
Yes, it is.
Because a lot of people think of 3D printing and they think of the, just plastic being squirted out, which I get, but resin 3D printing is different and far more detail oriented, and I have become a little bit better, and I'm going to be working with somebody to hopefully expand that a little bit.
Yeah. No, you are genuinely talented, my friend.
I am an artiste, sir.
All right, now
All
let's
right,
watch this Tim
let's
Burton
watch
thing.
Batman,
Okay.
whatever the heck, Batman
Returns.
This is Batman Returns. Oh,
I want to
my
rename
goodness,
this to
Returns.
Batman Came Back to see what was happening.
How about Batman should go away?
He was just sitting there in his chair waiting for this movie to happen. Like,
I
right?
don't think that like this. So I have several complaints about various Batman movies. Like for example, The Dark Knight, which is seen by most as a masterpiece, and I don't disagree. But I also think that it's not a very good Batman movie. It's a really good Joker movie. It's an excellent crime movie, but it is not a very good Batman film in and of itself. And this movie, as Brian and I discussed before, is a really good Tim Burton movie, but it is a bad Batman movie. And I genuinely wonder if that was on purpose by the director, so that way he wouldn't be asked to come back for a third one.
Yeah. I don't know. If anybody is, not sure yet, neither one of us are huge fans of this as a Batman film. I want to say right off the bat, because I'm nicer than Zach is, I am sorry to anybody who is listening to this that loves this movie, because I know
Aaron,
plenty of people do, and this is not, and I mean this as sincerely as I possibly can mean anything. This is not a situation where I watch this movie and I genuinely wonder, what does anybody see in this? Because that's not true. I do understand the people who like Tim Burton's style. They like the weirdness. They like just the way that he shoots things, the way that his characters act, just the bizarreness of the whole. I get it. And he's very good at it. I consider Tim Burton to be a very talented artist. It's just his style does not speak to me in a way that I enjoy. And that's a me thing. But I do agree that this movie was not a good Batman movie. And so I just, if you're still interested in hearing our thoughts, I hope you stick around. But my goal isn't to bash this movie, but it's to give art. We say this in our intro. You're here to experience what it would be like to sit on a couch and watch this movie with us, and you're going to get that, which means that you're unfortunately going to listen to people who don't love this movie. But I hope that you'll appreciate our points of view as much as we would hopefully appreciate yours. So I want to throw that disclaimer out there, because again, there are movies that are objectively terrible that I will just say are terrible without any bad feelings of it, like 2025 War of the Worlds. This isn't a movie that I'm like looking forward to being like, oh my gosh. So I hope that that's not lost on people, and thank you for giving me a chance to say that, Zach.
Yeah, of course. And I feel similarly, because I think that this movie does need to be pointed out for its importance in the grand scheme of Batman, because it really is very important. And we'll talk about that. So, this is Batman Returns from the year 1992, rated PG-13. It is 2 hours and 6 minutes long, directed by Tim Burton, written by Daniel Waters and Sam Hamm, which is just a fantastic name.
I feel like he should be writing Dr. Seuss.
Would you like green eggs and ham, Sam Hamm? Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken, and that's pretty much the only people really worth mentioning. Like Michael Gough returns as Alfred.
He's worth mentioning.
And
he's like the glue for these 4 movies, I feel like.
Yeah, I could totally see that, because the there's only 2 actors that come through all of these movies, and that is him and Commissioner Gordon.
Who is Penguin's his like right hand guy? He has the Gatling gun in the present, and he drives the train when they're kidnapping the kids. He pops up a few times. He's a face that I feel like I liked him, and I feel like I've seen him in other things. I can't remember what his name is. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Maybe. Is he the guy? He has like the really droopy eyes.
Kind of. Yeah. He's got a pretty epic beard. But I mean, we'll see him because he's in the opening.
I'll look him up when we get to that point.
Yeah, but we'll get to it pretty fast because he's in the first opening, where they shoot up the tree lighting at the beginning. So he's pretty fast in this movie.
All right.
But yeah,
let's get going. Are you ready to hit that play button, Brian?
We are ready to hit that play button. But before, because I'm trying to be a better podcaster, if anybody would please take a quick second to stare at your phone or computer and hit like a like or a subscribe. Type us a quick comment. Say, yo, morons, this movie's a masterpiece. What's wrong with you? We'll take that. That's fine. We'll take the feedback.
I am a moron. Well known fact.
So, if you wouldn't mind doing that, we would really appreciate it. Let somebody know if they want to hang out with us and listen to us yabber about movies. So, we are going to hit that play button in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey.
HBO movie
there are some
presentation.
deleted scenes, but there aren't any like alternate editions of this movie. So this is just kind of the standard theatrical cut. We're watching it. I'm watching it anyway on HBO Max.
Yep, me as well.
But yeah, just the amount of Tim Burton in this movie, just from the off, like you could just see it in everything. It is so much more of a Tim Burton movie.
Even the way that Danny Elfman does the score is more Tim Burton-esque than the first movie.
So here we have Paul Rubens making a cameo appearance as the Penguin's dad. Paul Rubens, better known as Pee Wee Herman, and of course the director of the original Pee Wee Herman movie was Tim Burton. And funny little bit of trivia, he actually comes back and plays the Penguin's biological father in the TV show Gotham.
I did see that in some of the research I did.
Continuity.
This scene.
They originally wanted Burgess Meredith, who played the Penguin in the '66 Batman, to cameo as Penguin's father, but he died.
This is a disturbing opening. Like, okay,
yeah,
for people who love animals, this is a rough scene.
Oh yeah, when I showed this to my wife, she was not happy with that. She is a devoted lover of cats. And I mean, I'm a devoted lover of cats. I love cats.
Also, too, I'm looking here in the background of this, like, okay, that like quick wide shot. It showed like the duck, like things that he's like makes a car out of later. They're on like a I don't know what you call that, like an overhead, like a gondola type thing. Did you notice that in the background?
Yeah,
it's like an
there was
old...
also a ducky, like what's that word? Mobile.
Yeah. Well, this is like a like a
defunct
like amusement park in the background of this, like some kind of World Fair or oh man, you see,
there's got to be easier ways to kill a baby, guys.
And then
not to
this. So I did not realize until I was reviewing. I did do some research on this one. I tried to do my diligence. Wow. I did not realize that this is like a Christmas movie for some people, like a pull it out at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this movie's set at Christmas time, but like, it's funny to me, be like, we should pull this out. It's Christmas time. Let's watch Batman Returns. It never crossed my mind, but I do get it, I guess.
Yeah, man, we've got to. If we're gonna do Christmas, it's like we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch Die Hard, Batman Returns, and Iron Man 3. Okay.
Okay. I like one of those movies. One of the half of those movies.
We covered Iron Man 3 already, right?
We did. We did. Yeah. We talked extensively about the things we liked and the many things we did not.
Yeah, because that's just one of those movies. As much as I love superhero movies, it's kind of a nothing film for me. And there's a similar feeling for me about this movie. Is that it's kind of a nothing film for me.
Well, here you got this like epic Batman theme going, this iconic Danny Elfman theme, over just...
God, it's Danny Elfman's best theme.
Oh, it is. But like over this montage of just a baby like being swept through the sewers. It's an interesting...
It's grim, dark Moses.
Yeah. If Moses ate his parents' cat.
I mean, we don't know what the diet was in ancient Egypt. So.
I'm pretty sure they didn't eat cats. I think that they regarded them pretty highly, from most of my understanding. This is a heck of a baby basket, by the way. Like this thing,
right?
Stan Winston, right there. Just to point out, I mean, he is a legend, and because as much as I do not enjoy creepy Penguin, I gotta respect the makeup job is insanely good. Like, it's just Stan Winston, he's a legend for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
have you seen a picture of Danny Elfman lately?
He's looking rough, man.
Yeah. He looks like an HOA woman.
Oh, goodness. Oh, what do you think of the kind of choir behind the Batman theme in this iteration versus the first one?
It's very Tim Burton. If you go watch like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he does the same thing. He really likes that in his films. I think that it actually does work for Batman I don't dislike it at all. He's Danny Elfman peaked in this period. He's done all kinds of other movies and themes, and I don't think he ever got better than this. I honestly think he's like one of the most overrated composers in Hollywood.
Yeah,
What are these penguins doing in the sewer?
You don't know.
Like, that's my question.
My head, I think I always just imagined that they were like left over from like a decaying zoo or something that had just, obviously that part of the city is just kind of gone downhill. So I just figured we had like an old zoo or something. Now there's a mixture of robotic penguins and actual king penguins in this movie.
Yes, there are.
Yeah. Now this whole opening, this Paperboy, I like him. This Paperboy's got some energy.
Yeah. One of the things this movie did was set up a tone and kind of a motif of Gotham City for like Batman the Animated Series going forward. They had things like these giant statues in the background, this Gothic architecture with the spotlights and everything. There was a hint of it in '89 Batman, but this pushed it.
It did, and I mean honestly, as much as they splash neon lights over the whole thing, they kept it through the next two Schumacher movies also. Like there's, a lot of that architecture's there. It's just the lighting is very different, obviously. They went very neon.
It's one of those things that I feel like consistency in the design of Gotham is something that Christopher Nolan should have tried harder to keep. And I think that he would have he could have learned from those. The one lesson he could have learned from those movies was keeping Gotham consistent and interesting. Because frankly, his Gothams aren't consistent and aren't interesting to look at.
No, as much as I will gladly sing his praises about many, many things, he's not a perfect director, not even close. Okay. This, I want to get this out of the way now. Anybody who watches this movie and then looks at Batman Forever and goes, they went from serious to cheesy, I want to be like, what are you talking about? Now, this is a very different type of weird and cheesy, but this is insanely weird and cheesy. It's just not neon. There's this whole movie, the way the dialogue is, the way the act, the performances, the design of the city. There's so many things about this movie that to me are just kind of absurd as the stuff you got in Schumacher's stuff. It's just a very different version of it.
This movie approaches surrealism in the way that it's filmed, in the way that it's designed. You'll notice that one of the mayor here on the right is he played Angel's father.
Oh, that's right, in
X-Men 3 that we looked at just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And here we have the introduction of Selina Kyle. Very different version of Selina Kyle than we've ever seen on screen or in comics, being kind of this mousy secretary who then becomes Catwoman through having terrible brain damage. But this is a genuinely iconic role. We talked last week about kind of our hatred of the words iconic, but this Catwoman redefined the character.
Yeah.
Throughout the comics and everything, they still kept the backstory of her usually being like a street kid or former prostitute who was inspired by Batman and her love of cats and became a burglar, a cat burglar specifically, and a jewelry thief especially. But the design of Catwoman, this changed everything.
Yeah. And it
was very important to many young men.
Yeah, that's true. And as much as there's a lot of this performance that is just so over the top, I am sure Michelle Pfeiffer was doing what she was asked to do. She gives this like her all. I mean, she was miserable. shooting this thing
Yeah.
in this costume. They went through so many costumes. You know, she couldn't hear herself half the time on set because the thing was so tight on her ears. Like, she went through hell to make this movie, and she
So
still
many people went through
delivered
hell.
a insane performance for what she was. I don't know. I mean, I have nothing but props for Michelle Pfeiffer, honestly. And it's not just because
me
she's
too.
a very attractive woman. I think that she genuinely just gives it her all in this film.
Yeah, you see, and she's obviously a very attractive woman. The cat suit, especially the way that it's formed, clingy, it looks good. It's never been my thing, um, and I'm a perfectly straight man, but it's never been my specific superhero fantasy character. Um, oh, funny thing here on the wall, we see a picture of Max Schreck with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Or would that mean that it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but a picture with Dr. Victor Fries?
I love that obviously wasn't planned at this point, and it just ends up as there as like a little. I mean, it absolutely could be. There's no problem retconning that a little bit. That okay.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken's whole character is like, it's weird to me, and I think Tim Burton just wanted to work with Christopher Walken or something, because you didn't need him.
No. He's really redundant to this movie. He operates as kind of like a secondary villain and thus a foil for Catwoman, specifically with like the revenge and everything. The original plan for this movie was so different from what we ended up getting. They were going to have Robin, played by Damon Wayans,
Yep.
of all people, to
Doesn't
where
he
they've actually paid him. He still gets residuals for this
yeah.
movie.
It's crazy.
And they literally paid him to not be in this movie. They're like, "We're sorry, we can't. Here's a check." They were going to have Two-Face, as played by, Lando Calrissian himself, Billy D. Williams. It was all these plans, and they decided to change it all up. Penguin was going to appear, though a very different version of, and it's like we end up with this change. And I don't see why they needed to create this original character of Max Schreck. Very similar to how in The Dark Knight Rises they have the one smarmy businessman. He's at least an actual character from the comics, Dillinger, but
Here he is.
they could have used others. Oh, yes, him. I remember him specifically from an episode of The X-Files in season 2 of The X-Files, where he plays a freak from a circus, and the creature is actually his twin brother that's grafted onto his side that comes off at night and is looking for new hosts because his host body is dying. His vestigial twin.
Okay.
And the vestigial twin crawls around on his, front arms and eats people.
This whole thing, sorry, this bugs me. And I know that
Because he's just sitting there in the dark.
he's just sitting there in the dark, just kind of waiting, and then just the
But
idea that like,
such a shot.
oh, it is a shot. And Michael, I will
Such
say
a shot.
again, I love Michael Keaton. I like him as an actor in general, and I like him as Batman. I don't like some of the
Yeah.
writing that he was in, but I like Batman. But just the idea that like he's got the symbols just sitting on top of his house that reflected in, and just it's very not subtle. The idea that
Yeah.
it shines into his like living room.
Mhm.
Oh.
Chip. So Max Schreck's son here, Chip Schreck. He's so earnest.
Oh man.
Like he has this. He seems like he almost has some sort of high functioning autism. He's so like dense.
This is
But he's
so
also just
unintentionally a
very
comedy all of a
selfish.
sudden. Sorry, just like the way this action is unfolding, and like the way the music is going back and forth between like circus music and then the Batman theme whenever you go back to his car. And
You see, I don't think it's unintentional. I think it's perfectly intentional.
oh no, I mean
I think this is the movie that Tim Burton wanted to make, where it's like it's goofy, it's funny, it's gonna sell toys, but it's also my weird, surrealistic, grim style.
of course these guys just chilling here, like doing their flaming batons, just waiting
Yeah.
for the Batmobile. It's just
They're performing.
this little
That
ball launcher.
skull-headed
He's
guy reminds
he's
me
got
so. He is firing an MP5 there,
On a
unicyclist
unicycle.
with an MP5, and that clown has an Uzi. But did you notice that the magazines on the Uzis there and the MP5 are like covered in wrapping paper?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They got like
like
stars on
what
them and stuff.
odd choices. This
Yeah.
whole movie is.
Okay, this
Oh
whole
my-
like.
I love that.
Do you love this? Just the whole like. Need to make a quick U-turn.
It's so 1966 Batman. He has this. For those of you who can't see, the Batmobile has this pillar. Okay, that like a piston that pushes itself up off the ground so it can make a turn. Just this perfect little spin, face a new direction. He then uses the jet engine afterburner of the Batmobile to light a clown on fire. He's just such a deadly Batman in this thing.
Oh yeah, he's murdering people. He's yeah. And then you have this. Now he does look good, like just standing there. Michael Keaton's got the stance down, right? It's just.
And this costume's so much better than the last one. The rubber is thinner, like the cowl.
Yeah. You don't have that big
but-
space on the side of his cheeks and stuff. Yeah.
He moves a little bit better in it, though he still can't move his neck, so he looks really stiff. But the muscles are a little less pronounced.
Yeah, it's almost like a
And-
ribbing down the chest piece. Although
he's also shinier and less matte.
he also does a lot of, you've noticed, a lot of just kind of walking along, you know? He just, he doesn't really appear like he's in a hurry very often. He's just kind of...
No, I don't think he can move very fast in that suit.
love that she grabs the taser. Like,
And this taser, it comes back
yeah.
like randomly at the end.
I love that Caravan of Garbage like pointed out that, like, where did she keep this thing all, like, through the whole movie on her cat suit? Like,
That's very true.
Oh.
This Jim Gordon is such a rube.
oh, yeah.
I love his little bowler hat. His voice lives in my head. Like, I don't know why, but I can instantly pull up this Jim Gordon's voice. For like no reason. I don't even want to call him Jim Gordon. This Commissioner Gordon. He's not Jim Gordon. It's just that weird high-pitched nasally voice of his. I can just hear it in my dreams for some reason growing up with these movies. I don't even like the character.
See, it's a zoo. We just went
it-
under the sign. That's where the penguins came from.
Oh, okay.
It's a defunct zoo.
It's the dilapidated look here of this zoo. This would fit in any Arkham game, in any Batman the Animated
Oh,
Series.
yeah.
And that's one of the effects of this movie that I actually really do appreciate. The aesthetic that Tim Burton gave to Gotham in this movie created the iconic look of Gotham going forward. And I really appreciate that. And so even though I don't like a lot about this movie, I love that.
You can see the little real penguins down there next to the mechanical ones.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, I can see a mechanical one. But it's also Stan Winston, so it doesn't like stand out weirdly.
Well, I said I think the main reason you notice is because you've got the much smaller real ones there. The mechanical ones are all the really big ones.
Some of the smaller ones are mechanical, but not many.
Man, Danny DeVito.
I don't like Christopher Walken.
I enjoy him in very specific roles, and he's a funny man. But I think that he's misused a lot in film.
Like Dune Part 2.
Yes. Now, as much as I don't like this version of Penguin, I can't fault Danny DeVito for not just giving this thing just the full gas, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's not
So-
just collecting a paycheck for this movie. Yeah.
I recently watched this movie, and I think I told this story last week, and I'm going to retell it. My wife really likes Batman. She's read many of the comics, played the Arkham games, really liked the show Gotham. And she always liked the character of the Penguin because she liked his portrayal in the show Gotham. And it's a very good portrayal. very interesting character development, very good actor. But so she really liked him as kind of sad goth boy Penguin. And so I'm like, did you ever see Batman Returns? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh no. So I had to show her this movie because she'd never seen it. And it's like, this is the Penguin I grew up with. So when you said you really liked the Penguin, I got confused because this is what I picture. She was not a fan.
Sorry, I do love the is that supposed to hypnotize me? No, just give you a splitting headache. Well, it's not working. It's just, this movie it has moments that make me chuckle.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, this is a good Tim Burton movie. The idea of Tim Burton making a movie about a creepy mutant penguin man who's trying to falls in love with a woman in a cat suit as he tries to become mayor works really well. But as a Tim Burton movie, it's just the adaptation of it as a Batman is what's not good. Now, there's also something else I wanted to bring up. I need to find the information here. You talk about something while I find the information, actually.
I'm just like, I just literally watched this movie like 3 days ago. And I'm already
it's
like watching Danny DeVito just with whatever green slime they put in his like gums or whatever. Like, he's just he's so disgusting in a way that's just impressive to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's one of the things. Okay. What's the way to put this? They had a specific idea of giving him the symptoms of a disease throughout the entire movie that gets worse and worse and worse. So that when he dies at the end, it's not because Batman killed him. He dies because he's been sick throughout the whole movie. And they die.
One thing that I really appreciate about the Batman is, unlike, and this is true of not just this film and Batman before this and a lot of it, Marvel's guilty of this also. We talked about this in a lot of Marvel. They tend to burn through their villains, where they're just their villains either die or are left in a place where they can never come back, which is always kind of odd in just the like if you want to keep a franchise going a little bit. I mean, maybe it's because you don't want to get bogged down having to revisit the same people in the sequels, but it is an odd choice to me to just take some iconic characters and just kind of burn through one a film type of an approach to storytelling. And both Batman '89 did that. This movie did that. We have that happen next time also. It's just versus the Batman, who you're bringing up a couple interesting people and you're keeping them around for the future. I mean, the Penguin got his own TV show afterwards. Obviously, Riddler's still around. We had the little tease of Joker. You had Selina around. I mean, they didn't kill off any major villains. They left them interesting places, and I do like that about more modern writing. Even though again, the MCU really is guilty of burning through a lot of its villains quickly.
Yeah.
This is I think Caravan of Garbage said this is the only pink in all of Gotham City, and I believe it.
Right?
This is a very pink apartment.
So let's see.
They managed to even give the floor a little bit of pink hue. Go ahead.
Yeah. Toxic waste poisoning. They give the Penguin the symptoms throughout this movie of toxic waste poisoning. And it's weird, right? It's actually suggested specifically toxic waste poisoning and stomach cancer or a tumor in the stomach.
Oh, but she's got a Murphy's
which
bed.
would explain why they have black bile coming from his mouth throughout the movie. It's a terminal stomach cancer that can be caused by contaminated sewage and waste. Yeah.
Aww. She gets dumped on the answering machine.
Right?
And I need to be on my... What a jerk.
Yeah.
Okay. There are quite a few Not just quite a few. There are a lot of sexual jokes in this movie. A lot of boner
Oh,
jokes.
dude. Okay, so a review I found for this movie is specifically, why are there so many rape jokes? I've seen porn that is less disgusting than this film. The director and everyone involved should be hung for making this movie.
And that's about this one. This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, funny. The meeting's on. Okay.
Yeah.
Max
I like
also
the cushiony walls.
his whole thing of like he owns all these companies. He's just like evil. Like he's just wants to screw everybody he can. He's got like the toy company and the power plant and the toxic waste, the textile. Like he just like kind of like a business mogul. If you were going to have a businessman, you could have actually developed Bruce Wayne a little bit and have them have a kind of parallel story as because Bruce Wayne is also a businessman, right? I don't know. There's things that you could have, if you wanted to create an original character who's like an evil businessman. There's ways to do that, and I think Michael Keaton, has by all means the acting chops to do that. But again, we've said this many times. This is a bad Batman movie because there's no development in Batman of any kind in this whole movie, other than the fact he falls in love again and wants to tell her a secret identity again, which is the exact same thing he went through in '89 with Vicky Vale. So, it's at least Dark Knight. As much as it's not as good of a Batman film as it is a Joker film, there is some legitimate Batman things to hold on to. I mean, again, I'm not saying that it's amazing in that regards, but there's something at least, where him going through, having to recognize Harvey and see his way out. The idea of recognizing that the Joker is almost like a coming to grips with the fact that it's a natural response to his presence in the city. There's some actual stuff there. This movie, there's nothing.
Yeah. And, like, it's so strange that there's not a lot of interaction between Shrek and Bruce Wayne, because they would be in the same circles. Max Shrek is, or the villains in this movie, I should say, of Max Shrek and the Penguin, it's almost like they took various versions of the Penguin seen throughout the comics up until this time, and they split them into two characters. They have the gentlemanly, even somewhat suave, rich guy Penguin that is now Max Shrek. And then they have the creepy animal with the umbrellas Penguin that is Danny DeVito. And I get why they need this rich guy character, but there's so many characters from the comics that they could have pulled from. This could have been Harvey Dent running for mayor. They didn't need to make him this big corporate guy with this weird power plant plan. Wow.
This whole scene is like...
Oh, there it is.
I do... Okay, Man, I do think that the between the two of them, right before he pushes her out the window, is actually like pretty good. Like he just the interplay back and forth, and that's where Christopher Walken I think is just great at that kind of scene where he's just just where he kind of backs up and then just that no hesitation, just boom, just okay.
Yeah, and so I kind of like how they
go ahead. No, you go.
I kind of like how they have it so that they give at least some reason why she could be alive. Which she's pushed out the window, she falls on like 30 stories, but she hits the canopies one after another. Like, oh, maybe they arrested her momentum enough that she's able to survive. And then she's surrounded by these cats. And do you think there's supposed to be like a mystical thing to this? Is this magic?
I was just about to ask you, like, is this movie? Are you supposed to take it literally that she comes back from the dead here somehow, or or does she literally have like 9 lives? Does she die 8 times in this movie? I don't know.
She does appear to die or have near death experiences 8 times in this movie.
Say my kitty litter.
Yeah. But at the same time, she might just be a woman with severe brain damage.
Yeah. Okay, I might be a little.
And she lost her bra.
Ah,
I don't mean to be a pervert, but she was clearly wearing a bra earlier, and now she's very clearly not.
the way that she starts talking here gives me like Marilyn Monroe vibes a little bit.
I could see that, I guess.
So, have you ever seen?
Marilyn Monroe's a bit of a space cadet. Or on
Have you ever seen the classic comedy by Billy Wilder, Some Like It Hot, with Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, many times.
Okay. There's a little bit of just her kind of ditzy character in that movie that I feel like this performance reminds me of a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a movie that I enjoy
I
that quite a
that.
bit. I think that movie is hilarious. And of
Oh,
course,
well, I mean, it was
Tony Curtis
Some Like It
and
Hot
Jack Lemmon
was,
are so good.
Some Like It Hot was considered like the funniest movie ever made for a long time. I'm sure certain people still would. And Marilyn Monroe as, what was her name?
Sugar
Kowalski. Like Sugar Cane. It's actually Sugar Cane Kowalski. Or I think it was Kowalski.
I don't remember her last name, but yeah, I just remember, I'm just hearing Jack Lemmon just in my, Sugar. Oh gosh. Because, I mean, she's great in it. And yeah, again, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon are both so funny in that movie.
My name is Josephine. She's like, I'm Daphne. Daphne, what happened to Geraldine? I wanted to be Daphne.
How do they walk in these things? It's like Jello on springs. Anyway, sorry, we're going to turn this podcast really sideways.
Let's just go review Some Like It Hot instead.
I
can't have children. She's like, I'm a man.
Nobody's perfect. It's just
very progressive ending.
Oh man.
But like this whole thing with the hello there and just smashing out the two into hell here.
Yep.
Is pretty great.
I also love that you get two iconic
crash out scenes.
Yeah, you get like two iconic sound effects to this movie because you've got they get the one stereotypical like that good but the sound effect like a cat's tail got stepped on right when she walked in here, and then later when Batman dynamites the guy and tosses him into the pit later. That you get the just like unapologetic Wilhelm scream, just like full volume Wilhelm.
Does that have a Looney Tunes bit to it as well?
It might.
I don't know.
Making her in costume, I do appreciate. Although there's not enough material in this jacket, I don't think, to do what she's doing. But I do appreciate that they show her, it's homemade.
I agree. I love it when they do stuff like that.
Man, Michelle Pfeiffer again. She is just. She's amazing. Sorry, she really is just everything about her, just like her hair and just the way she's moving her mouth and just like her eyes. She is acting her ass off.
Yeah, and the makeup gets progressively more like dark and not flaccid. What's that word?
This shot
pallid.
coming up though. Oh my gosh, this silhouette right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this changed many people's sexuality.
Well, and her vocal change too, like because it's such a different vocal performance when she's in. Her cadence goes to a lower register.
Right way to do a vocal change.
Yeah, because it's not just talking low. It's also the tenor she uses, the just the cadence that she speaks at, and her movements. She must have like gone through like movement coaching or something. I don't know, because she's so deliberate in how she moves and like the way that she twists and bends. I don't just mean that in a pervy way. Like it's impressive how deliberate. I'm not saying that it's not very attractive, but it's also impressive because you don't just like decide to do that. You have to. It takes work, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This whole plan.
Oh, it's just so stupid. This is the dumbest part of the movie. I'm going to steal the baby. Shaken baby syndrome right there. Baby's dead.
But then just immediately, like, that this was the plan, the turnaround, right?
Yeah.
Just the
Like,
immediate.
oh no, it's the hideous baby penguin man. And like he's gonna get the crap beat out of him by the penguin, and the penguin's gonna save the baby. Like
Also,
it needs to be a little bit more involved than
Yeah.
just this strange pantomime.
I also wanted to see a smaller platform raising Penguin up out of the duck thing here because, he goes completely up through this very small hole. The duck obviously wouldn't have gone this far. The physics of this shot don't make any sense to me,
Yeah.
right? Whoop.
Yeah,
What's
no,
he
it
standing
doesn't.
on?
I don't know. Let's look at his feet. It looks like there's just a manhole.
It's like
And-
it actually is like textured, like it's a brick underneath his feet right there. Look at that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
You're right.
And here's your baby.
Yeah, this is totally not completely suspicious.
And then Max is immediately just like, "Oh, I know this guy. He's great." Like walks up right next to him and just
Yeah,
is
he's-
immediately like standing next to him.
Mhm.
Oh goodness. Okay, so anybody doesn't know, I work in fireplaces professionally. Have for a long, long, long time. This
Are you
is like
Santa?
this is the fireplace of fireplaces. You could camp
Yeah.
in this fireplace. This thing is so big. Like
Have you ever installed anything like that before, Brian?
I have seen a few close to this size, nothing quite at this level. I've been to some fireplaces big enough that I can walk into them without ducking. I think with this one, it's the width along with the height. Whenever they see a wide shot of this thing, it always makes me just stop and go, dang.
Wow.
I mean, it's the amount of wood this thing would have to go through, especially to look as good as it does, the amount of, like, the flame height on this fireplace. Sorry, I'm totally good. It's,
No, this
Oh,
this
man.
is what we're here for.
and then his
Fireplace reviews.
ascot.
This is a new bit, okay?
His,
Oh, okay. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about. Is that I actually really like his Bruce Wayne in this. His Bruce Wayne in the last one, it had things I liked about it. It has things I didn't. I like a Batman that is a little bit stuffy. There's a couple of Batman comics. Like there's one where he goes to fast food with a whole bunch of the Robins because somebody decided to open up a Batman themed fast food restaurant and he can't do anything about it because Batman's not copywritten. And they want to make fun of him. And he goes in there and he's eating like a burger with a fork and knife because he's in public as Bruce Wayne. He operates by the rules of like proper way of eating and everything like that. He would never touch food with his hands like a Vulcan, and I love a stuffy Bruce Wayne, not this, oh, I'm actually a man of the people like you. No, I am a billionaire who's going to be just fine with a butler serving my every whim as I wear an ascot and a sweater vest. I love it.
I love that he's sitting here just like thumbing through birth certificates with his massive like quill, this like absurdly huge
monocle.
quill. Oh man.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about this version of Penguin. I'll give it this, okay? This Penguin is a hard-working, attention to detail guy. They had the scene earlier where he reveals that he found out stuff about Max Schreck by going through his garbage and taping together his shredded documents in order to learn his secrets. It's supposed to be good. Such a good Alfred.
It's supposed to be cold. Oh gosh. He's
I
fine with it.
love this Alfred
Yeah, he's great.
like so much. I do like the more modern Alfred, SAS veteran, but who has all these guns hidden around the house and he's gonna kick anybody's butt. I love that version, but I also love stuffy British butler Batman, Alfred.
No, I agree. He's one of the consistently great parts of these movies. And he has that there because there is a version of Alfred that is just the loyal friend, the loyal butler, the father figure. And he doesn't have to also be, a secret special ops guy. As much as that obviously can be done well, this is a version of Alfred. I mean, and again, so much of why I have nostalgia for these movies is I realized is really traced back to the animated series, which I really do love unapologetically. And they have so many connective tendrils, right? Creatively, both aesthetically, musically. There's just a lot of, I think a lot of what Burton wanted to do aesthetically works better in animated form, at least for me.
Yeah. And could you imagine him directing some sort of stop motion Batman? Like,
I
I
would probably watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Like the crowd's all gone and he's just there and nobody notices the Batmobile just cruising around.
Right, Batmobile's just doing its little weekly.
He's just
patrol.
on patrol, right? Yeah. Wasn't that a thing in yeah? That's been a thing in many Batman stories, right? That he goes on patrol at night, like that's his routine.
And he even had there were a couple comics with like the Robins and Batgirl and some of the other sidekicks that they've added in recent years. There's one called, I think there's one he's just straight called Bat Signal or something like that. And they've had a few where it's like a whole team operating together. The Orphan, Spoiler, things like that. And they have a patrol schedule and they have to fill out reports of everything that happened on patrol and stuff like that. And it becomes like a little organization. And there was also a really famous comic when they decided to replace Dick Grayson as Robin, where they had the character of Jason Todd kind of memorize Batman's roots, like ROUTE,
yes,
driving routes, and he stole the tires off the Batmobile.
I love that.
And that's how he found this kid.
That's how Joker got away.
It was like, what did you just do? And he's just like, I'm gonna sell him. And that's how he ends up with the second Robin.
Who tragically gets, kind of almost murdered by Joker.
Killed, and then brought back to life by Ra's al Ghul. Well, depending on the version.
The one thing I'll say about this movie is Gotham City is a finicky place as far as just the sheer speed at which people change their mind. It actually reminds me of the James Gunn
Twitter.
Superman, as far as just how quickly they're like, Penguin's like my hero, we love him, and then as soon as like they get 10 seconds of the recorded speech where he's like driving the Batmobile later, and they're like, let's kill him. It's just like it's
right?
it's a very fast and again it reminds me of in James Gunn, how quickly they see like 10 seconds of news footage, with his parents, and it's like, we hate Superman. They're gonna throw cans at his head now. It's just like,
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I get it, because that's not entirely unrealistic in how people do actually work.
People are finicky species.
We're very finicky, but at the same time, we don't like really acknowledging that. So to see it on screen in such a quick way, we kind of reject it. Yeah.
Again, okay, who's the newspaper boy? I recognize him.
Oh. He's the paper boy. Let's find out. Let's check.
I'm checking. You talk for a second.
Paper boy. A poodle lady, acrobat thug, knife throwing dame, fat clown, thin clown, terrifying clown.
Sean Wheatley.
Happy man, happy woman.
Sean Wheatley.
Sean
Whalen. Sean Whalen.
Paperboy. He looks familiar, actually. I've seen him in things. Oh, he's I know that creepy face. Fascinating. Oh, well, here we have this. Catwoman being super, what is it, kind of BDSM-y, dommy mommy?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's been in some weird stuff.
He has been in some weird stuff. I've seen him in a whole bunch of these things. It's his smile.
Yeah.
Look at the picture of the smile. This is the paper boy, by the way, that we're fixated on. Okay, so they do have a little bit of interaction. I forget this scene even exists between Max Schreck and Bruce Wayne.
And literally saying his secretary is taking some vacation time. There's nobody else to make coffee. Yeah, I honestly I just watched this movie and I had forgotten that this happened also because it's a very forgettable scene.
Yeah.
A million saved is a
Um,
million. Just like wings it
how
across this table. I like this table. This big ring table. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Be hard to make. Shame on you. One can never have too much power. Like this whole power plant storyline. I don't.
Well, and that it's
I
his
get
legacy
it, but it's just
somehow.
like, why
Like
is it even there? You know?
it's just it's a nothing. It's just it's a plot thingy for no other reason than you come up with something for him to talk about that makes him evil, right?
Yeah. Which is why I'm really kind of disappointed that um it couldn't have been something almost like make it Two Face. You know? They had everything lined up. They had Billy D. Williams write a script where Two Face wants to stay district attorney, but the mayor has like some dirt on him, and they could just make an evil Harvey Dent. Okay, it doesn't need to be the classic tragic friend Harvey Dent, right? Um, you could just make him evil, like because these movies aren't above that kind of thing. And they have it so like, oh, the mayor has something on him, but he wants to stay in his little thing of power, so he wants to get rid of the mayor, and so he wants to make the Penguin the mayor instead, that type of thing. And then he gets scarred somewhere along the way, and he's Two Face, and it could have worked better than this weird thing.
Bruce Wayne and Max, such a contrast to the white hair and his suit, the bow tie against Bruce Wayne.
Mhm.
Like it's very, yeah. Again, Christopher Walken belongs in a Tim Burton film. And as much as Michael Keaton has been in a lot of Tim Burton films,
Mhm.
as Bruce Wayne, he doesn't fit in in Bruce Willis in Tim Burton's world. Like when he's playing Beetlejuice, something like that, it works
Mhm.
fine. But playing this version of Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
it just doesn't fit with Tim Burton's world, in my opinion.
No, really doesn't. I really do like him in this though. It's one of my favorite parts of him just being stuffy Bruce Wayne. You know, this like having that mouth hanging open. I love this woman is a little much,
Yeah,
but it's funny.
I
It
mean,
fits the movie
yeah, it's just playing it for laughs.
because he's so non-expressive as Batman. So for him to be extra expressive as Bruce Wayne, it does kind of have that whole thing that we've talked about before of like, oh, Bruce Wayne is a goober in public. I like that. And might be what that's playing on, but at the same time, this is Tim Burton's Batman, so I don't know if this is Bruce Wayne just being a goober butt and playing up hamminess because it's him in public, or if this is supposed to be the genuine him being like, this secretary is hot with her really poofy hair. Yeah.
Got the Band-Aid too.
Oh, okay. So his son here, Kip. This dude's freaking huge. Okay, this guy played Zangief from Street Fighter,
Street Fighter,
in the
yeah.
Street Fighter movies in the 90s. He was in an episode of Firefly. Okay, it's a very memorable part. He plays this thug in the train job.
Oh, he gets push kicked into the engine.
Kicked into the engine.
It's one of Mal's best moments.
Yeah. Okay, next guy. This right here is a really interesting effect. They have glass going down the middle of the camera, and you can see the distortion a little bit, especially in the papers. And the idea is that it allows you to have the foreground and background in focus at the same time. It was an old filmmaking trick before other technology allowed that to work.
They all look so sad. They're just sitting there like waiting. The one's got the snake. They're just like
this is like the first time you see the Penguin in this like super tight, like once white material, and the way that it clings to this fat suit is utterly repulsive, just disgusting.
Okay.
And
bringing this like I don't know, like he couldn't. This is so weird. Like, what do you think he couldn't just go get like food he wanted? That he's, I don't know, just like this was weird. All of a sudden, that like Penguin really is just like an animal that can be teased like an animal is weird.
Yeah. It is weird, but it fits the movie. This, by the way, was a real fish, and he's actually chomping on it. It was smoked fish, so it was already done. It's not raw fish. It was actually cooked. But it was smoked in a way that made it look raw.
Oh, man. Again, Danny DeVito's
The
just
dedication.
like going for it here. Like, again, I got respect for the man.
He does some. I don't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I have seen several scenes. Have you seen the scene of him naked and greased up and climbing out of
the sofa?
couch?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's giving birth to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen that meme. It's disturbing.
I love Danny DeVito. I genuinely do. He's a very interesting person also. He directed the movie Matilda. Are you familiar with Matilda?
I mean, like the character?
The movie. The 90s movie.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
So it was actually directed by him. And he very famously had well, I say very famously. It was recently talked about a little bit more. He worked with the actress who played the little girl Matilda, and he found out that her mother was actually dying of cancer as she was filming this.
Oh, this. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating
him biting the
this
nose off the
already.
guy. Yeah. This is so just horrendous. This guy has this just gross face to begin with, and then he just gets the nose bitten off and the squirt of blood. Like, how is this movie not rated R with stuff like that in it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, you were talking about. I interrupted you, and I apologize, but I was anticipating
I forgot
that.
we were coming up on such an iconic scene.
Oh,
of
man.
him biting the nose of this man and the blood squirting out. It's just, I remember that as a kid, just like that stream of blood. Ugh. Oh, but either way, Danny DeVito, the little girl that was starring in his movie, he found out that her mom was dying of cancer. He got the mom an early pre-screening, and then he actually became her guardian for a while after the mom died, and he took really good care of her. And that's just kind of who he is, and he's done all kinds of stuff with his money over the years that's like really just kind and good. And he seems like a really nice man in real life, if definitely gotta be a weirdo.
I have not. It was funny. I was thinking about this. I haven't actually seen many of his films. I've seen Twins back in the day, with Arnold.
Mhm.
I've seen. Gosh, I feel like there's. I'm missing something really obvious in my head. But I haven't seen a lot of his movies. Like I know he's been, he's one of the very prolific actor.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Beetlejuice,
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember him as the cameo as the stripper in Friends.
oh, that's right.
It's so
I
bad.
forgot about that. That's somebody's fetish.
But like I mean,
Oh, him as Phil in
L.A.
Hercules.
Confidential. I actually really like that film, and he was good in that.
Never seen it.
It's good. It's good. But I mean, most of his big movies, I haven't seen, and I have nothing against him. It's just the way it's kind of. And then It's Always Sunny has been running for like 12 years, something like that. 17 seasons. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
17 seasons. Oh man. Well, when we did Pacific Rim, that was really the only big thing I knew of from Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Was It's Always Sunny, even though I know he's done some other.
I keep
films
thinking
also.
that Charlie Day is in New Girl, but that's just because of the character's name is Jessica Day, and Charlie Day seems like he would be related to Nick Miller.
Well, and he's done a lot of voice work too. Like he's Luigi, right? Isn't he? And like some of the Lego Movie stuff
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. Like, what even is this? Just a whole bunch of clowns terrorizing Gotham with explosives, a dog that delivers a grenade, kung fu clowns in the middle of the street fighting Batman, which I suppose is one of the more accurate Batman things.
And then this is some of like the most dynamic fighting you'll ever see Batman do.
Yeah. Dude, okay, did you see The Flash?
I've seen the clips of him moving as though he's a CGI puppet.
Yeah, he actually has some pretty good scenes. There's a scene where he takes down a Kryptonian. It's actually pretty badass. One of the better scenes from that movie. But he moves so fast and so fluidly, it's just wrong.
Okay, what do you think of this Batarang? It just like becomes this plot device also.
Yeah.
Of you're just like
Donk.
I've got to sit here and program it really
Donk.
fast. Just
Donk.
don't fire your bazooka yet. I gotta program my Batarang.
This lady who just stands there and runs away. So weird.
One thing I liked about Caravan of Garbage also is them commenting of just that he leaves his crap all over the city.
Yeah. There's a. Oh, that's right. The poodle lady is actually in like a bunch of other things. She was a Vulcan in Star Trek. But she like doesn't act in much, but she was actually in a whole bunch of things that I watched in a short amount of time, and I was really confused as to why this lady was in everything, and then it's like, oh, the poodle lady.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Michelle Pfeiffer actually do like most of the whipping herself? Like she got pretty good at it.
She did. Yeah.
Good for her.
She practiced for a long time. She learned from I think the same person who taught Harrison Ford how to use a whip. And she tells a story about how she was moving and she found one of the whips she took from the set. And she went out into the back and her backyard and tried it. And she said that she was a little rusty, but didn't hurt herself.
And I just this whole sequence too, where she's, she's kind of, cartwheeling, and then she's kind of prancing, and then she whips, and then she jump ropes the whip. I mean, she makes this performance, it feels organic. It feels very just like this woman is a little unhinged, but it's also, I don't know, like it somehow is the way she wraps it around herself there, and just you can tell the work was put in.
It feels natural.
It does. It
Like
feels
in a weird way.
organic. That's the word I'm thinking of. Okay, got the Wilhelm
there's
scream
that,
coming up.
Wilhelm scream.
There we go.
And this is supposedly Michael Keaton's favorite scene in all of Batman. And it's the weird face, the memed smile, and like the. He just straight up blew that guy up. He's just well,
this
die,
Batman
clown.
is just a straight up murderer. Okay, I love it's the way she opens this, and then just the like gas written on the side. Oh my gosh, this is a cartoon at times. I swear to God, this is a live action cartoon.
Uh-huh. And Batman just comes around to see the Penguin. Like, the dialogue isn't terrible, though.
Touring the riot scene.
Gravely assessing the devastation. Like, he's suddenly so gentle.
See,
like,
the Penguin in this
okay,
outfit with the full kind of like overcoat and vest and everything, the Penguin actually looks, I think, good when he's in his full, like with his hat and everything. He does look very classic Penguin.
Uh-huh. Like Burgess Meredith, who was the Penguin in the original 66 TV show.
Yeah.
It looks like an evolution of that character.
Well, absolutely.
The Goth Ages.
Yeah. He looks so much better here than he does when he's in his little onesie, little dirty onesie.
And here's just this weird happenstantial meeting of the three main characters.
Of course. And then just meow. Oh man. Oh.
One does appreciate the practical effects in use.
Oh yeah, you can tell that's some real. How is she climbing in those heels?
Carefully. And this he just has a freaking helicopter umbrella, and Batman's the one who has to leg it. Like, he
yeah.
couldn't have hopped in his car, so they all have a cool way of getting
Well,
away?
or just grapple up. Just the idea of like Batman, you got the great toys. Like Batman could have just grappled up and been waiting for them all at the top. But yeah, this idea that he's just gonna like take the stairs.
Right? It is kind of funny though. These are the animal characters of Batman's universe. The Penguin, Catwoman, and Batman. It's like there are others, but those are the core characters who were like animals.
Yeah, I do. Again, to quote, "I'm a woman."
Yeah.
And he apologizes.
Like,
I love that he apologizes.
You wouldn't hit a girl.
Oh, but I love. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I love how Caravan of Garbage put it, where it's like this Batman definitely did not go and like train abroad. He took a few karate lessons and called it a day.
Life's a bitch, and so am I. Okay.
What did he just throw?
Blue. He threw blue.
What is she clawing onto? Like, what is she even? Oh my gosh! What is even happening right now?
Nothing makes sense in this.
Nothing makes sense at all. Oh man.
Okay, but the whole like I'm a woman and he like apologizes and all that. There's actually a reference to that in a way in an episode of the show Batman the Brave and the Bold. Which if you haven't seen that,
I've seen a few
watch
episodes.
That.
Yeah,
because it's so goofy. It's all just Silver Age cheese in comic form or cartoon form. And they have one where it's actually a dude dressed up as a girl. You wouldn't hit a lady. He's like, the fists of justice are unisex, and he punches the shit out of him.
This line, saved by kitty litter. I do like that. You can see how thin the costume is right there with the tear. And then there's something about this scene of him sitting here with the one glove off. It's just, I don't know. He's so human all of a sudden, right? You know what I mean? Like he's so not Batman, just the unflappable Bruce Wayne. You know, this is a dude who's just like,
I love that.
Ow.
He's like got motorcycle gloves. His boots are Air Jordan or Nike high tops. And he's like just on a rotary phone. Yeah. Like it's such a goober Batman.
Oh yeah, and the way he's just
really like that scene.
The way he says meow, like just. Oh man, yeah. Because I think this is definitely, as much as this is more serious than 1966 Batman, this is also not. I mean, in comparison to like Nolan's Batman, this is, like I said, this is a live action cartoon compared to Nolan's Batman.
Yeah. That turned Eagle Scouts into crazed clowns and happy homemakers into cat women. Like...
into cat women. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I do like the drawing of him on the posters. That's a really cool, like, just... It's a well-drawn shot, you know. It's just... I want one of those posters.
Okay, weird thing, all right? I always remembered this scene... From when I was young, I thought the lady who doesn't talk on the left of to the right of this blonde, left side of the screen when it shows the blonde, I always thought she was like super pretty, and it stuck out in my head.
And then just like you got the full, just the boob
every
fondling.
time I watch this movie, there's just that scene. You only see her in like 2 spots, and I'm just like, that's a pretty lady. And it was like when I was like 7. And watching this movie for the first time. Just weird, poor memory. Oh, okay. This guy here that's talking. We were talking about him earlier. He was on an episode of The X-Files with the Vestigial Twin and all the circus freaks, which is just a great episode by itself. It's called Humbug. But he was also in a Bond movie. His name is Vincent Schiavarelli. He died back in 2005. But he was in Tomorrow Never Dies. Did you ever see that one?
If I have, it's been long enough that I don't remember it.
He was like this hitman assassin who tortures people, who the moment Bond gets an upper hand, he like turns to water and just becomes a little bitch.
Oh gosh. This is such a horny movie all of a sudden.
Yes.
This is such a weird scene because this is like just
naked sexual charisma. Batman.
And just like Penguin's little frustrations here, that he wants, like, oh man, it's just weird. Or scented or
Yeah.
unscented for ointment.
He's like,
Like, just like,
his whole thing is, you're hot. I'm gonna be the mayor. Let's have sex.
just there's
I like.
it's not no subtlety. It's some step beyond no subtlety, right? And then here, what
It's
the heck?
active exploitation almost.
How did they get the plans for the Batmobile? Is there any kind of an explanation to, like?
Not that I'm aware of. I've been looking for it.
There's
I
nothing in this
remember
film that
people critiquing it
remotely
for that.
suggests how or why they would be able to do that, right?
Yeah, not that I am aware of. Like, the Batmobile is supposed to be a completely custom job, you know? It's a little birdie. That's not a robin, is it? Is that a different type of bird? I don't know enough about birds.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Screwed up sorority chick.
But I do like the camera shots
Oh,
of
yeah.
them through the cage. Really well framed, really well done. Her little smile there. Did you read about the casting of Catwoman?
Well, I remember we talked about it briefly last week. What was her name from Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Was supposed to be
I almost
Cat.
said
Well,
Billie
not
Eilish
supposed to
for
be
a
the
second. Wow.
who looked for the role, like wanted the role. But is there something else you're thinking of?
Well, it's just that there were so many other people who were interested in the movie. Annette Bening was actually cast as Catwoman. And then as filming was about to begin, they're like, I'm pregnant. And they're like, okay, well, I think we're going to need to go with somebody else. And she's like, yep.
Did she
And
have an actual
so-
bird in her mouth, or did they have like a play bird like on a string they pulled out?
I think they had an actual bird in her mouth. During the scene, Michelle I keep wanting to say Pfeiffer because that's been a joke in my family. Is that she's Michelle
Where is the
Pfeiffer.
backlight for his hands right there onto the ceiling?
Obviously, it's just his radiant personality. But yes, she had to put a live bird in her mouth. They were bird puppets on set, but Pfeiffer and everybody thought that they looked too fake coming out of her mouth, so she actually put a real one in her mouth. Okay, it's just another weird thing. Like,
bath.
this is such
The thing is,
furry,
this isn't sexy.
behavior.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Oh, state of the art, big screen TV,
Yep.
vacuum tubes, and everything. Oh yeah, they are Air Jordans. They're not Nikes. They're Air Jordan 6. I mean Nike Air Jordan 6. So I was right. They're not high tops. They're Air Jordans.
Is he eating like a carrot in this scene? Something like snaps
What?
as he bites it.
I don't know. Oh, that's it. Yeah, baby carrots. Look at that. So we know that Batman
Subtle.
eats baby carrots. Ugh, emasculating. That was a joke, by the way.
Oh gosh. Nope.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I do enjoy their bit of, I don't know.
Oh, they have great chemistry.
They do, like they have fun together. I feel like Bruce and Selena have more chemistry in this film than Vicky and Bruce did in the first one.
I agree with that. Vicky and Bruce had a couple of good scenes, but this just like she's crazy. Well, they're both crazy. They're both horny, and they're crazy and they're horny. Really, like, immediately mesh. You know,
Well, and Michelle Pfeiffer in this like outfit and at this point
Uh-huh.
is one of the best combinations of like hot and crazy at the same time that I've seen almost any actress pull off.
she's very attractive, but she's not my type. There's something about the lips and the hair.
No, what I mean, I don't even mean for me personally. I'm just saying that she hits that, and I think it's her eyes and the hair and just the way that it kind of that she pulls off that I'm attractive and I might kill you in your sleep, just so you know.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything on the hot crazy scale?
Oh yeah. I mean that's an iconic
Yeah.
How Much Mother episode. You got to make sure
Uh-huh.
you're on the right side of that line.
She's really high on the hot crazy scale. She's on the wrong side of the line.
Yes.
She's got the crazy eyes.
Oh.
Like, I personally believe that Harley Quinn was physically modeled after her in this scene.
Oh, I can see that. Because there's
Like-
definitely some Harley Quinn inspiration from this performance. I feel like.
Oh,
this
definitely.
this poor actress.
Yeah, the
Just can't-
the Ice Princess.
oh, she's such a
just
ditz.
yeah, come in.
This is like it's like, oh, I kind of want to hear an interview with this lady in real life. I'm just curious. Okay, because here you have the like he like hits her, and they like imply there's blood, but then she's up on the top of the building later, and she's like
Yeah.
hanging out, waiting for her to scare her with the bats. Right? Man, look at this fireplace. Look at this thing. That is a fireplace.
Oh,
Okay. Also, the fact there's no sooting on the brick behind it or around it makes me wonder, like, how they did that, because that is very hard to do.
well, obviously they just had Alfred in there every single morning scrubbing the bricks like the slave schlup that he is.
Just like the practicalities of that, immediately just sorry, real life getting.
Did
in
you
the
know
way.
that there was a novelization that supposedly try and like explain a whole bunch of the weird things in this movie?
Really?
Like, Bruce keeps a bat in a cage. Why would he do that? In the novelization says that its wing was injured and he was nursing it back to health. And that the novelization indicates that the Penguin got the plans for the Batmobile from a disgruntled engineer who helped design it. Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that.
Did you ever?
It was written by a guy by the name of Craig Shaw Gardner.
There was a comic series that followed up these two movies, right?
That is correct. I never
Did you ever read it? You didn't read any of that?
No. But she's alive. They actually have the Billy D. Williams Harvey Dent. His thoughtful face is to turn his lips into a butthole. And he does it in the Batman suit occasionally. He does it in the bat suit occasionally, and it's weird. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, the hyper pursing his lips. Yeah, it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Keaton is an interesting guy too, because he's not an unattractive man, but he has kind of an odd face also, you know?
Yeah. You're he's not conventionally attractive. He's very average, but he has something to, like, in terms of looks. If you just saw this guy on the street, he's unremarkable. What Michael Keaton has is charisma.
Yeah.
He has a way that he moves and talks and delivers his lines and his performances that is magnetic. Oh, that's right. They're like, getting a second base, and he's like, "Oh, don't touch where you stabbed me."
Yeah, and then
they don't know at this point who each other is, right?
No, this is kind of where they were about to, but it's later on when
they're at the ball, right?
They're at the ball, yeah, and they say the line.
The Ice Princess has been kidnapped.
Can you confirm?
But I think that the blue vial that he throws at her is supposed to have been acid. If you notice the wound that she had, it's kind of burned and boiledy. Yeah. It's just that it never confirms it.
This whole the idea to it again. I love Caravan of Garbage. Give them a lot of credit for this one. The idea that a random batarang's like evidence, like what, he leaves his crap all over this city. Why would this one thing matter?
Right. This is one of those situations that I really like. I saw it in a Batman comic once that was just hilarious, where Bruce Wayne was sitting down in an interview with Clark Kent, and something goes wrong, and they're both trying to figure out how to get out of this interview so they could go suit up and deal with this crisis. And it has this kind of vibe to it. There's a sitcom kind of Frasier aspect to all of it, and I just love.
Yeah, well, and it works better than the awful scene in Quest for Peace where, he's trying to be Superman and Clark Kent at the same time.
Yeah. Kind of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh goodness, that scene though is epic. Yeah. Oh man, Robin Williams. What What a
Robin
talent.
Williams was actually approached about being in this movie before they had settled on the script, but he had turned it down because they burned him so bad with the
Oh yeah,
teasing
I'm about
him
to
as
say
the
I'm sure he was
Joker.
pissed about Joker.
I mean, they went after him for literally all of the other movies. Well, I'm not positive about Batman and Robin, but this one, Batman Forever, they really wanted him back on their side.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I love that he just has all of them on hangers.
Well, and the idea that he
And-
had a bunch set up there on mannequins in full garb, but then it's showing he actually is going to a clothing rack somewhere behind all them that has the individual pieces on it. So he's
Yeah.
pulling individual pieces, yet he walked in and they were full ones on display. Right?
Well, so weirdly enough, the Flash actually gives context to that. He considers the majority of his bat suits disposable, like they're going to get destroyed in the course of a night. So he has a lot of extras, but he has certain ones that are special. Ooh, early CGI.
This is
instead
stop
of
motion?
being stop motion. Uh huh.
Oh, you can see kind of the sheen on it.
Armor in the lighting is actually pretty good for the time, but it's definitely not stop motion. But it was a full CGI effect for this movie instead of stop motion like the last one, the armoring up of the Batmobile. But I like that scene of him like suiting up, and it's all very professional. It's very
You'll get a crotch shot.
methodical. And then it keeps going back to Catwoman, and she's like trying to get dressed in the car, and it's just pure chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
But yeah, you can see the siege,
Yeah.
the CGI.
Especially-
Like, look at that. Oof. I'm Batman, and
Yeah,
I
that's-
can't turn my head.
Man, he's way up there.
Yeah.
Like, that is way up there.
So you're talking about like it implies that there's blood and everything like that, but the use of the Batarang was just to like knock her out. It wasn't to actually kill her.
I guess so. Again, here he like, all right. So you ziplined across, then you're just gonna walk down into another building. I don't. Again, Batman in a very like nonchalant pace here.
Yeah. Like the suit was 45 pounds. Like damn.
I feel like this scene is directly out of like you could put this scene as like a level in Arkham City or something.
Yeah, like this building is where you've beat up thugs in the Arkham games.
Eat floor, high fiber. Oh my gosh, this is like the least energetic. Just the. it's
I
so
never actually paid attention to that dialogue for some reason.
It's so slow too. Like the speed at which they grab each other and move. Again, we've been so spoiled by like modern. You're watching guys like Keanu put the work in. To do modern. Fight sequences, and you're watching this, and you're just like, yeah, this is not that.
The little like candy cane themed bomb, like it's weird.
Well, then, like, right there, like, that thing is upside down underneath his car. When they show his car also being just, like, an inch off the ground, which is always kind of funny.
Yeah,
This poor ice princess.
right. She's just the dumb blonde,
Aw.
and like he just had bats inside of an umbrella, and like the idea of using bats to knock her off of a building and then she dies, everybody looks up and it's Batman. For this era, it's not terrible.
And then, of course, that they can see him perfectly. They got a spotlight ready to go. She lands perfectly on the button to light the Christmas tree. Of course, the bats are inside of it. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
it's so, it's the sound effects that he has. The cops are right there, immediately start shooting, just like,
Commissioner Gordon's like the only one who's like, no, Batman buddy.
just, I love the
I like
fact
her-
that there's no hesitation. Just immediately, just shoot him. Just like,
We
Oh.
killed the princess. Oh.
oh my gosh. I remember I saw this as a kid. This wigged me out so hard when she, like, in a second here, when she, like, licks his face. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Mom, What the? Just
I also remember that as a kid. All I could think of was just like, it probably tastes like rubber. Like it's
here's
gross.
here's the line that they just said the lines that they repeat to each other at the ball.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like he's got the little lip bite.
Just like
It's,
oh
my wife actually used that something like that, just to throw me off when we were first talking about Batman while we were dating. She's like, "Yeah, Batman's a bottom.
oh gosh.
Batman's a sub."
Oh my gosh.
I think that kind of works. But yeah, it's just so strange.
He's just
Um,
and then this whole thing.
and then he suddenly has this
It's like glider.
whole elaborate
How,
glider.
where did
which
this come from?
they reference in the Batman. They do this exact same thing, where he has the wingsuit, and it actually works a lot better in that one than it does here.
Yeah. Well, especially because the speed when it showed like over his shoulder, like down on the crowd, he's moving way too slow. He just would have fallen out of the sky.
Yeah,
It just the sense of momentum doesn't quite work. Some of these panning shots up the city though, like they look good.
yeah.
This-
Also, champagne in a coupe glass? That doesn't seem right.
yeah, he didn't bring the right. Yeah, that's right. I didn't even think of that. Because these are like for
No,
like a
I've been a
dessert,
bartender. So.
right? Don't you put like
No, well, a coupe glass is for certain things. Like that. No, that's not quite a coupe. It's almost like a half goblet. Like you could put small martinis or large martinis, like an espresso martini, or you could put small margaritas into those. But it's not meant for champagne.
aren't there like old school
Champagne,
champagne
that's
glasses that are very wide and shallow? Like I'm thinking of that
I mean,
that like
maybe.
well I'm thinking of that meme from the Great Gatsby, right? With Leo.
Is that
It's
supposed to be champagne though?
it's supposed to be champagne. He's like toasting. He's like here here you go.
Oh.
And
Maybe I'm just only familiar with the modern. Okay, this is kind of cool. As a Batman like gimmick, okay, something from a Silver Age comic or this era. This works for the Penguin. He's gonna kill Catwoman by choking her with a helicopter umbrella. Like, I'm here for it. Let's go.
this shot though, as much as the comp isn't perfect, it's a good shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I mean, it's again you can tell she's in front of a she's in front of a matte painting there, but it looked good.
So this is death number 2.
This I love this. I,
What, him gliding down like that?
no. Okay, we must be a tiny bit out of sync. When she screams on the,
Oh yeah.
when this was on, my wife did not watch the entire movie with me, but she was here for that scene. I said, "Honey, you ever felt like that?" And she's like, "Absolutely."
Yeah, I think we might be out of sync because you said you had the HBO opening, right?
Yes.
I didn't. So that's probably what.
Oh, you were like
Yeah,
3-4
I think
seconds ahead of me.
I'll have to pause for 3-4 seconds.
That's all right.
Oh my gosh.
That's all right. Now this,
One,
okay, you
two,
can tell
three.
in that shot though when he walked up to the Batmobile, it was
Mhm.
like practical, the armor, because it didn't show it coming back
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. So, but this whole thing, like he put together an entire little Batmobile, to ride in this little trailer. I remember growing up and seeing this movie as a kid, and I'm like, that looks like a really fun arcade game. Where can I find that at an arcade so that I can play in that Batmobile? Like that's what I wanted.
I also love
Um,
I love the Bruce Wayne just being like I don't know how to say it.
incompetent.
He's like freaking out. Like he's not like again, I think of Bruce Wayne and Batman as like just the calm, cool, like just like it's weird to see him like almost panic in the side of the Batmobile, the way he's moving and kind of his facial expressions, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a cartoon. It was in like 2003 or something like that called The Batman. And it was like the modern Batman. It didn't have the bat signal. It had like a the bat wave, and it was a signal that went to his phone, his cellular phone. And they had the Joker, who was like an acrobatic crazy clown who hopped around in a loose straitjacket, and they had the Penguin, who was like a martial artist. It was a very different take on Batman, but they have an episode where he loses his memory and he doesn't remember that he's Batman. But Barbara Gordon has figured out that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and she's following him around, and something happens, and he like hides underneath a table. She gets under the table with him. She's like, "Is this where you change it to your bat suit?" And he's just like a complete out of his depth coward the whole time. Yeah, it's fun when they play with Bruce Wayne like that, and they make him such a goofer.
I do like that. Yeah. Okay. Here. Okay. Again, this sequence doesn't make any sense because you've got the movement on his Penguin's like trailer, which totally is like another sex joke. He somehow punches through the bottom of his own Batmobile. And I love the idea that he. I mean, I do actually enjoy the idea that he had the thought to pop a CD in to start recording the Penguin's speech.
Yeah,
it's just like
he's like, I'm gonna need this later. Like a hop from hell was such a weird. It's very Tim Burton line.
And then we have this, which is like, okay, I guess Gotham has some narrow corridors, but this is a very like get to do it once kind of move, right, with your Batmobile.
Yeah, but you can see that he's trying to do something different. Like this is a last resort. This is actually referenced, or not even referenced, homaged in The Dark Knight with the destruction of the Batmobile by the Joker.
Yeah, when it turns into the Bat Pod.
He then turns it into a bike.
Yeah.
Like it was straight up an homage to this scene. And I believe it was Christopher Nolan or one of the production designers who talked about that.
Is it better than Val Kilmer driving his car up the side of a building?
That is fun. That is fun. I would say that, yeah, it is better because him having a Batmobile that's like part Transformer that does that type of thing makes sense for this Batman.
Yeah. The Masquerade Ball.
Mm-hmm. I love Masquerade Balls. It's needed in virtually any type of gothic romance, which, I mean, that's what this movie is. A gothic romance between a man who dresses as a giant bat and a woman who has brain damage and thinks she's part cat.
So now this scene, again, we talked about it earlier, the speed at which things just turn around. Now, granted, he does pull out and start shooting at the crowd immediately, so like give it that.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
she's Max is feeling a little, he's feeling a little stared at over there. I love the TVs. Okay,
yeah.
Bruce Willis is Bruce. Well, I keep doing that. I did that last week too. Bruce Wayne. Yeah. It must just be the BW in my mind. Okay, I find hilarious just because Alfred gets down there at basically the same time. So it really shows that this was unnecessary other than just to have like a cool sequence with a hidden path to the Batcave, right?
Which I love. I love it when their Batman stuff is hidden in really stupid ways.
I'll take the stairs.
Yeah. Like, over-the-top ways to go to the Batcave are just great.
I mean, it is a very just, like, comic accurate thing, right? I love that they have the spikes go back. Mm. and the way he exits that slide is very just... He's done this before.
Familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they kind of just... There's a shorthand they have between them here where they're kind of... They know what they're doing. Like, they don't really... They let what they're doing tell you that they kind of already talked about this, you know what I mean? Like, there's not, like, them... I don't know. I like two people who are working towards something together without saying anything about it while they're doing it. Again, I spent time working with people that I worked with so often that we didn't even have to talk. We just both knew what we were going to do next. And when you get that kind of rhythm with somebody, that does actually happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he has an actual keyboard in this one. The last one, the keyboards were kind of weird. In the animated series, his keyboards are just like goofy. You know, they're like random symbols. They're just like a whole bunch of just blinky lights.
He's got the bat symbol on his CD player, and the open CD player that later he like can hit like a DJ. You know?
Yeah.
Little wow, wow, wow.
Did you know that Max Schreck was actually named after an actor who portrayed Nosferatu in the original silent movie?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Like a harp from hell.
Let's repeat that. The harp from hell. And naturally Gotham just goes totally crazy.
And he immediately is like, you know what? You know what will help this situation? If I pull out my umbrella and just start machine gunning everybody.
He reacts like a cornered animal, I guess.
He just starts.
Oh, I forgot about Sony's State of Play tonight. They announced a new God of War game tonight, Brian.
Aw. I have other things to think about with that. I'll look it up when we're done. But it doesn't happen. I love the shrug. Like, well, nice knowing you. I'm out of here.
Right? Yeah, for some reason.
And then I love that they actually.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I actually do love the fact that, because I'm like, why did they just randomly all have vegetables? But he actually says something here about it, which I like. Was it?
Who brings eggs and tomatoes to his speech? He doesn't kill anybody though.
No,
he just shoots above their heads.
You know, for
it's like I looked really close at that scene a couple times. Did Danny DeVito actually jump in his big fat suit? And it looks like he did. That did not look like a stunt double.
Yeah. So once again here, the cops immediately these are like the most trigger happy cops in this city.
And you'll notice that this is the same path that he took, or his parents took, when they dumped him into the water.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the movie. And there's another happy couple that instead of going by them all sneakily, he just barrels through them. So it's supposed to be like it's like a tone poem. It rhymes.
Oh no, George.
That's a line from George Lucas, by the way, which is actually a really good line about how narratives work, but he was using it when talking about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which is like the second worst written Star Wars movie.
It's worth it. It's out of the George movies, it's the worst one for sure.
Yeah.
Did you miss me?
Mm-hmm. My name is not Aldo. It's the Penguin.
Oh, he's getting down to his onesie.
Where am I?
Crank the AC.
Bring me the names. Like he just goes in this scene.
Okay,
and he's so great.
If he had that many pads with totally full of names, that's way more kids than we see get kidnapped here in a minute.
I mean, they can only get to so many. They probably only kidnapped the convenient ones. I mean, it's not like each pad is a different is a different list. They're probably like all the same list.
Oh.
Killing sleeping children, isn't that a little
This poor guy too. Of course, this is like, just the. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Like, let's not kill kids. That'll get you killed. It's actually really funny. I remember playing D&D, and we had this thing where a guy was trying to make our characters all indignant because he's like, would any of you kill children? And pretty much everybody in the group was like, if it was really necessary. And he made us drop from good alignment to neutral.
Indeed, yeah. I do appreciate we have the shot here of him working on the Batmobile himself.
Yeah. I like this. I like the costuming for Bruce Wayne in general. Like, they have him being very dressed up and pompous when he's outside. They have him being kind of high class, but when he's down in the Batcave, he is pretty gritty.
Is this a
And of course, they
remix
have
of Don't
the,
Touch This? Or Can't Touch This, almost?
I have no idea.
The Mona Lisa back there.
Dude, have you seen some of the pictures from like old masquerade balls that they had in like the 20s, 30s, and 40s? Like the rich people balls? They were weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
like these costumes are not that far out.
no. Most of my cinema, he's got the pyramid eye. Most of my cinema, like in my headcanon of masquerade balls, is unfortunately from Eyes Wide Shut.
I've never seen it, thankfully.
You're totally fine. You don't need to.
Now, you understand the symbolism of this scene, don't you?
Because they're
Brian?
actually wearing their real masks right now.
Yeah, so they are at a masquerade ball. Everybody but them is wearing a masquerade because these are their costumes. Their true selves are, in fact, those with
Masks. Ah. Now,
We
if
all
only
wear
the mask had shown up, because he would have fit in this movie just fine.
somebody stop me. In more ways than one, because he's also a gross, brutal killer in a lot of his portrayals.
I'm just saying, you could have dropped Jim Carrey in this movie, and he would have fit right in, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm weirdly looking forward to Forever and Batman and Robin. Like, I don't want you to push them, because I haven't seen them in
I
a
won't.
long time, and I'm looking forward to just experiencing the insanity of those movies again. Oh gosh! Again, you want to just go have sex? That's what she's saying here.
Yeah, that pretty much. They're just like, hey, I'm really horny. And he's just like, yeah, me too. You ever dance with the pale moonlight? Oh, no. This one's-
If he had said that, oh my gosh! Oh
It make no sense. Schedule.
man! Again, they do have chemistry.
Yeah.
Her laugh, that is like that like the head back, kind of just slightly. His reaction right here, like, what? Just
Yeah, like when
Just
he
pulls
sees
the
the
derrick.
gun, his little like. That's a great one. That's a
Oh.
great one. Okay. All right,
Don't
I've
give me
removed Batman
the.
and Robin and Batman Forever.
What's that?
I've removed Batman and Robin and Batman Forever
No.
from the maybe list.
Okay,
They
thank
are
you.
now.
Like, because we
Certain.
do need to wrap this up this year, and I'm looking forward to those
You want to get to the Nolan Batmans, don't you?
eventually. Those movies I've seen way more often though, except Rises. I've not watched Rises in a very long time.
That's because Rise is not a great movie.
No.
Like, it's by far. Like, there's just something wrong with the production of that movie. Like, the guns and the sound effects and the action and the sound mixing. Like, is something wrong.
Oh, we just realized.
That's a great scene.
Keep dancing. We know now.
Does this mean we have to start fighting? It's a good line.
That is good.
Like the acting and chemistry and dialogue in those scenes was really good. This right here was brutal. The explosion under the floor. You see the people and the bodies flying. The wire gags that they used on that must have just been insane. But man, it looks good.
It does. You tell there were some stuntmen and women who did a great job there.
Yeah. That guy's got like a Big Ben helmet.
Just
His
son immediately. Oh man.
Yeah. Like it's like Max Shrek's thing, like relationship with his son is so like it's like weirdly tender. Like
Yeah.
this villain, he actually loves his dumb adult son.
I do like the imagery of him coming up like on his duck thing. I don't know. It's a very Batman-esque shot. Like just again, this is
Yeah.
an over-the-top thing that someone like Penguin would do, right? Just
Yeah.
look at me.
And well, modern Penguin is much more kind of the Lex Luthor businessman than this.
Oh yeah, but
or
of its
mob
time,
boss.
this is a great of its time. Get the start of this back.
Yeah. Great white dope. Oh, there's a thing that I was going to bring up. The whole firstborn son thing. It's clearly another allusion to, like, somehow he's supposed to be like Moses, but like Moses of the Freaks. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, he was sent down the river as a baby in a basket, and now he's coming to like the freaks need to be freed, and I'm their person for doing that. And it's really strange, and I don't really know what the writer and or director are trying to say with this comparison of with this comparison
Like
to Moses of
the
the penguin.
penguins.
Do you think that penguin was a real penguin or a fake penguin?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think it was fake, but it moved really well.
It did. It did.
Because I don't know if they'd be able to get away with putting a penguin in a weird little harness with a disc on its head.
Probably not. Well, if he's got just the very classic, just dudes in a bird cage, hanging over the toxic, is it supposed to be toxic water? I'm assuming it is.
It's supposed to be 2 and 2. There's supposed to be 1 freshwater and 1 toxic water, and this is where they meet.
Oh man, I do like that they leaned into the umbrellas so much. I mean, it's a little over the top occasionally, but I'm glad that they, again, they just embraced it.
Yeah.
I actually do think that there's a way that you could have had a modern penguin still have like a trick umbrella, but tone it down a little bit and to make it actually kind of cool. I still haven't watched.
I like the idea of the umbrella.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way to conceal something. Honestly, if you think about it.
Yeah. Having like a cane sword in an umbrella is interesting.
Also, again, this reminds me a little bit of Batman Arkham Origins, where you have
that was at Christmas time.
Yeah, you have the streets of Gotham and the snow, and nobody else is out and about, so the kind of the villains can kind of do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that's right. Okay, so I know that I'd seen this guy in a lot of things. The guy who's driving with the beard that we talked about, X-Files and James Bond. The thing that I forgot is that I used to play this video game, Dune Emperor Battle for Dune. Did you ever play Emperor Battle for Dune?
I did not.
That was one of those things. They had the FMVs, the full motion video cutscenes, and the Atreides Mentat was actually played by John Rhys Davies, Gimli.
Yeah.
The Harkonnen Mentat was played by droopy-eyed beard guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's really creepy.
I mean, he's got a really interesting face.
I love this patent speech
to his penguins
to a bunch of penguins. The sets in this thing are huge, dude.
Well, they did. I mean, for the time, this was not a cheap film. I mean, what are they? $80 million, something like that.
Very expensive. Because the original Batman movie made around $400 million. So they were really banking on this thing pulling in the numbers, which this is something I suppose we should have talked about earlier, is the long-term effects that this movie had because of how creepy the penguin is, how gross this movie is. It's like there were toys that had all kinds of contracts with this movie, and they weren't able to fulfill some of them. They changed the character of the penguin because they thought it was too disturbing for children. McDonald's had a toy thing for their Happy Meals, a contract with this movie, and they're like, we can't be associated with you. And that actually really affected the production of the next 2 movies.
Yeah. Well, I can totally understand if I had been like a parent who took my 10-year-old kid to see this in '92, I would have been like, excuse you? This is a messed up film. I mean, just the combination of how kind of disgusting Joker is, not Joker, Penguin, and I mean, if I would have been upset with the amount of sexual innuendo going on with it, if I had been like taking my kids to see it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I've read this on multiple sources. Tim Burton never like tried to market this movie to kids, but it's a Batman movie. Of course, it's going to be, and Batman I feel like has shifted to be less of a kid thing and more of like a teen and up thing these days. To be fair,
They have different levels of Batman. They actually have like 2 or 3. Right now, I think they have 3 concurrent Batman comic book series running. One more for the kids, one that's just classic Batman, and then they also have the Absolute Batman running right now. Have you seen anything on Absolute Batman?
I have not.
So Absolute Batman, I hate it. A lot of people really love it. It's very popular. It's like the Ultimates from back in 2000 with Marvel, where they tried to reinvent the whole Marvel universe, but it was dark and edgy and emo. That's what the Absolute Universe is. And they've changed a whole bunch of things about the backstory of Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman, because there's actually like a canonical reason that Darkseid gained the powers of a god and rewrote the universe to torture Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So they have warped versions of their classic origins, but they're still trying to be their superheroes, and I hate it. It's so edgy and horny, like this.
What do you think of, compared to Joker's plan to just gas all the people at the parade? What do you think of the idea of using penguins to just like destroy the city essentially?
It's stupid. It's dumb.
I love that
it's for this movie, but it's dumb.
The puppy lady, they had to keep doing something else. So they put her up in the... Okay, for some reason, her little booth reminds me of the Klingon judge in Star Trek 6, up in his little booth.
It does.
Maybe it's also the hair. I think the hair is part of what helps it.
I mean, isn't this before Star Trek 6?
Yeah, Star Trek 6 was like 96, I want to say, or 95?
It wouldn't have been 96. I think it was 94.
No, you're right. Because 96 was
97
Independence Day. And I was much younger. Sorry. Yeah, you're totally right.
Because this was 92. Star Trek 6.
Star Trek 6 was oh my gosh.
Was 91, so a year before this, actually. So, I don't know, maybe there was some influence there.
Yeah. Because Star Trek 6 was my first Star Trek movie ever seen in theaters.
Star Trek 6 and the destruction of the moon Praxis at the beginning was the first visual effects shot done by a man who... Oh, I wish I had his name in front of me. Who went on to pioneer the technology used in The Lord of the Rings and Avatar, and became one of the seniors in both ILM and Weta. Amazing Corridor Crew interviews with that guy.
Yeah.
But I wish that I'd had that information when we did Star Trek 6.
What do you think of the little bat boat here?
Bat boat?
Little
It's no
bat jet
Batwing,
ski.
but it does some cool things.
They're like, we're out of
It
here.
just fades into the darkness. But yeah, I always like it when Batman has like different vehicles. That's a trope I love. And I like the look of this boat a lot. The one that they have in Batman Forever is... I hate the little fin on the back, but otherwise I really like the look of it.
I love the sound effect. Like he's got like some kind of crazy off-road engine in this duck ATV of
He
his.
had to program that in. But yeah, the off-roading ducky is hilarious. Oh, there it is. There's that sound effect. Just straight up Wile E. Coyote falling off a cliff sound effect right here. And Batman's just fine. Crashes his boat into the duck.
Of course, the penguins, just got away.
Yeah. Batmobile lost its wheels and the Penguin got away. Hey, like the idea of a physical confrontation between the
Penguin and the
Penguin
Batman.
and Batman actually being a threat to Batman is so dumb. Like I said, they tried it in the cartoon, the Batman. They made him like a martial artist who like used a knife that was in his umbrella, but it doesn't work. It's his look. He's just too pathetic.
Ooh, we got the eyes. I always love it when subtitles literally just say dramatic music.
Dramatic music. Like, oh, the penguins.
My babies.
He's just swoop, swoop, swoop. I'm gonna come at you with a knife. Oh, knife broken. Come on, Batman.
Yeah, Batman
Like-
really does seem useless at times physically.
He just stands there glaring. And
I do-
and is he able to control these bats? like-
Apparently.
Oh, the bats just happen to be in there, you know. So, a lot of people think that this is the fall that supposedly killed the Penguin, and that's supposed to be kind of the official thing. Like he fell really long way, he hit the water, and later he crawls out of the water and he dies. But I really like the whole thing of them throwing in the various hints throughout the whole movie that it was like stomach cancer. That's fascinating to me. He's wearing spats.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeesh.
That is really clean sewer water there, buddy. You're lucky.
Yeah, that is heavily chlorinated sugar. Oh, he's got the gun though.
The dead clown. It's a good touch, a callback.
Well, the clown that questioned killing children. Batman's
Yeah.
still just like up there, just watching this all happen. Like he hasn't started
He likes
moving yet.
fireworks.
He's just watching.
Yeah. Dude, the eyeliner on Christopher Walken in this scene.
Oh man.
A very big ball of string.
It's just
The hair, like, coming out of the back of her
oh yeah.
her
Now this okay.
towel? Mask?
Coming up here, oh man, he really does like his whole zipline gadget.
I mean, a zipline would be, like, the most effective way to get around.
Good shot,
And, like,
right here.
His arms are out.
Yeah, like he's got like a harness. It's like on his
harnessed in
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Just shut up. You're going to jail.
No, this is that famous where he like where the edit works when he pulls his mask off here a little bit. It's just so weird, right?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden his eyeliner's
is,
gone and his
because he
mask is really like
obviously-
light and doesn't fit right all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the color grading on the mask. Well, color grading. It's not color grading. The material coloring of the mask is wrong when he pulls it off. The fact that it just like tears, like
Like that easily.
like what did they say in the video? A fruit roll up, like just this
Yes.
fruit roll up, cowl tear, and just how stupid Max Shrek is in this scene.
Yeah.
This is an interesting speech, though. We're the same thing. Usually, it's the villain giving that. Like, this is a villain speech,
Yeah,
but they give it to Batman.
you're totally right.
And also, the piston in the back almost gives me motion sickness. But yeah, look,
All of a sudden,
the
yeah.
cowl's different. The eye makeup's gone. He just tears this thing off. And it's
And it like rubber sounded like. "Rrrt."
yeah.
Oh man. This is the kind of thing where I feel like on paper I could see why you would think, oh, this is really powerful stuff, and then you film it and you're like, that did not work.
No. I really like that difference between Catwoman and Batman, like between Selina and Bruce, of like they want to be together, but like he can't leave the life he's in up in his castle, but she could never live in a castle with him, is actually a really good dichotomy. I like that a lot. Why is Bruce Wayne dressed as Batman?
So this
That's
scene is
clearly
just
blank firing gun.
yeah. I don't the whole I actually have
It
9
becomes so
lives thing.
supernatural in a weird thing. Because even though these movies are weird and goofy, they haven't been outright supernatural until
No.
this moment. And
Her delivery of this though is like she's oh man. She really is
like, there's
on
something weird about her upper
the
lip,
crazy
right?
hot
There's something really weird about her upper
yeah.
lip.
The crazy hot scale should be like have her in the background.
Yeah, like just in the full upright. And of course, there's the taser again. And where was she keeping it? This is a really tight suit. Like in her boot, maybe?
Maybe. And then when you get this whole thing where it's like it goes down, but then when it comes back and he looks just like the guy that Joker did the hand buzzer with in the first movie.
Yeah. You see a skeleton briefly.
It's like, yeah, there's like this charred meat on the skeleton, yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't mind. That's a really good look for, an electrocution victim.
It smell really, really bad.
Yeah. And yeah, just the blood just pouring out of his mouth and nose, but it's like this black
Yeah.
bile.
Was he on something that just like raised him up right there? Because he just kind of like majestically rose without moving out of the water.
They had to have had something like that, or they were like pulling him with strings or something.
So this is like tragic and weird all at the same time.
That's the best way to describe this movie. This is tragic and weird, and that doesn't mean it's good.
There he is.
His eyeballs are weirdly intact.
Yes, his eyes are totally just like. Oh man, and of course his white hair is still very much there.
It's just a little bit like he grabs the wrong one. I picked a cute one.
Oh, that's a great line. That was a good line.
Yeah.
Man. I'll
He's
murder you
just
momentarily.
admitting he's so slimy and greasy and dirty. Like, he looks like a testicle.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, and then it's just like, boom. That silhouette, not even a silhouette, like just that
Lump?
Yes.
Goop?
And then he's got like the penguin
being?
pallbearers that come out,
Yeah, like the penguins are like, yes, he is one of ours. We will escort him to the underworld. It's weird.
You can, yeah,
And
these are
Batman's
definitely.
just like, I'm sure my bats would do the same for me.
He's just like quietly like, yeah, I'm just, it's fine. I'm just gonna watch this.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Those look a
You know
little bit like
something that I thought
mechanical
would be-
penguins.
Something I thought would be really cool
What's that?
is if they had something where Batman does eventually die, like they actually have it to where he has, but like there's other Batmans that follow him up, like Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond, but he actually has like a tomb in the Batcave. I always thought that was a really cool idea.
Aw.
The Penguin, such
Yeah.
a strange character. This is just definitely the strangest rendition of him. Like even having weird, like kung fu powers in the Batman, and then the various other incarnations that we've seen in TV shows and in movies.
Well, and again,
Like-
I know that I'm biased, but I always liked the Batman in the Arkham games. I thought that it was
Oh, the
interesting.
Penguin there?
Yeah,
He was a little dirty. I like it when the Penguin's a little bit more like he's almost more of a villain for Bruce Wayne, because they have him a lot as in like high society,
yeah.
because he first appeared way back in 1941. He's one of the earliest. They used him as the primary villain in the Telltale Batman series. Did you ever play that?
I played part of the first one. Never got through it.
Yeah. They have him as kind of like a his family lost all their money, and it's kind of a the Occupy Wall Street thing. But he was like the leader of that type of thing, but also kind of like a terrorist version of it. Yeah.
He's
the little cat.
I love that he just like takes the cat. He's like, I'm taking this cat.
I mean, hey, dude, the cat distribution system, it's a weird one.
It is. Oh man. Now, when he drives off here, we get this big famous pan up shot. This was filmed as an extra scene, I believe. Like, it wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It was a very expensive, like, last little shot, right?
Well, they realized that they wanted a little bit more of a tease that she's still alive than this. So this was the ending of the movie. This was always filmed to be the ending of the movie. As they pan up into the sky, but they added in post this, like, I think maybe even fully CGI Catwoman. I'm not positive it's fully CGI or if it's just badly composited. But it doesn't look good.
This cat's eyes, it's just like, just chilling. And then, I mean, again, like these kind of, classic, like, pan up, these skyscraper shots.
This is very Tim Burton scene. He does scenes like this in all of his movies,
but I feel like this is
with, like, cities.
Yeah. But this is also, I feel like, just an iconic Batman shot to pan up Gotham City. Like, it's just,
And there's the bat signal, and there's Catwoman. They really didn't need to add her in there. That was weird. But so this movie went so dark and so gross and so gruesome that they ended up pivoting the other movies so hard into being kid friendly that it ruined them.
Yes.
And like the original Penguin was based after like Dick Tracy villains, okay? And so to have this pivot, he had never been anything like this ever before this movie. Like, such a hard, because there were seductress versions of Catwoman. There were evil businessmen. All of that kind of fit with Batman, even if this one was a little bit hornier. But the Penguin is where this really just pivoted into the strange and uncanny and grotesque. And I'm glad for what we have in a lot of ways, but I would go back and change that if I could. Like, this movie should have and could have been something very different. And a lot of people are going to be, no, it's a classic. And it is in so many ways, but I don't like watching it. There's cool things, but I don't like watching it.
Yeah. Well, and I
don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again.
Yeah. I feel the same. As much as people who love Tim Burton, who love this movie, will kind of hate us for saying this. If this movie had taken Michael Keaton, who was a good Batman, and some of the things that were set up, and this had been made by a director who really wanted to do a great Batman follow-up movie, the 90s would have looked very different for Batman. I mean, now, to be fair, if Batman hadn't kind of crashed as hard as it did, there's a really good chance that Warner Brothers wouldn't have been looking for a reboot with Nolan later on. So there is that.
That's true. That's true. Got to take that into account, I guess.
But yeah, this is a film that for all the people who love this movie, there's a slightly less Tim Burton-esque version of this film that would have been received better and would have allowed the Keaton Batman to continue at least another film or two. I mean, I'm not saying Michael Keaton would have just kept playing Batman, for the next 15 years. But I have to believe that if this movie was received better and just did better, that Michael Keaton would have been more likely to return again instead of waiting for The Flash.
Oh, God, The Flash.
I still haven't watched that movie. I need to. I've seen a lot of the clips out of it. I've never just watched the whole thing. I've seen the quarter crew breakdown of it. I've seen some of, I've seen a lot of the ending, shots, and I've seen the horrific, all the CG body doubling they did at the end with the, Christopher Reeve and everything. and
Mhm.
Nicolas Cage, but never actually sat down and
Mhm.
watched the whole thing.
So it's not as bad as people have said, but it's not good. It's blatantly disrespectful, and it does just some weird things. Like, my wife is very emetophobic. She doesn't like vomiting. She's very sensitive to that. When she sees other people vomit, it makes her vomit. And there's a lot of movies. There's a type of movie where you don't really expect violent in your face vomiting. But The Flash is just like, oh, hey, we've got violent in your face vomiting just out of nowhere. And it's like sudden and it's gross. And just stuff like that just doesn't belong. Their take on kind of like Flashpoint isn't the worst, but the way that they go about things is just strange. There is some really good moments. Michael Shannon as Zod is so good. The actress that they got for Supergirl, she doesn't quite look right for Supergirl that we know, but she is actually very charming in that movie, and I like the look of her suit. But it's also just hard to watch because you know that Ezra Miller is such a creep and such a weirdo in real life. That it makes it difficult to watch. But one thing I do want to mention is that they have a couple of people back from this series, like side characters and actors, like two actors that just popped up throughout this movie and the previous one, who reprise their roles, big air quotes around that, in an episode of Arrow or
Oh yeah,
Supergirl or
yeah.
The
One guy
Flash or
shows
whatever.
up with the newspaper, right?
That says Bruce Wayne weds Selena Kyle. And it's like a revisiting of this world through their Crisis on Infinite Earths event. And that's like the most respectful thing that they've done as a legacy for these movies, because I really liked Keaton as Batman. I liked him in The Flash. He was the best part of that movie. We're not going to be able to see the other movie that he reprised his role in. He played Batman in a total of 4 movies, but we'll probably never see the Batgirl movie that he filmed with Brendan Fraser and J.K. Simmons, which is just kind of a tragedy to me. But he's very lighthearted about it. People have asked if that hurt his feelings. He said, "Nah, it was fun and it paid well, so I don't care." Um, it's just it's odd. It's an
Yeah,
odd thing, and it's an odd relationship that he has with this series. Well, it's not odd. It's just casual. He has a casual relationship with
yeah.
this series.
I feel like he is. He's not quite like Harrison Ford level about it when it comes to just like,
Oh
but
God, Harrison Ford.
yeah, but he also he doesn't take it too seriously.
No, he doesn't.
But yeah,
So I am glad this exists in a lot of ways. And what it did, especially for the aesthetic of Batman and going into the animated series that premiered not long after this. But I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy watching it. I and like I'm glad it exists, but out of my face, please.
yeah.
Bye.
No, I will happily tell people this is an important movie in the history of Batman and both the history of the character and the history of just him on screen. There's no way you can just glance past this movie without understanding like how important it is to how Batman's journey through cinema went.
Mhm.
And people who love this movie, I'm glad you have it. I'm like genuinely glad that you have this Batman. I know several people in real life who this is their favorite Batman movie. Like I find that hard to wrap my head around, but it is their favorite incarnation of the character, and I'm glad they have that. It's just definitely not mine. So, yeah,
Huh. Fascinating. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm okay with ending this podcast and not revisiting this movie pretty much ever. But I do have a very important question for you, okay?
okay.
Which is, which Batman movie is this a review for? I will never forgive this movie for what it did to superhero movies, but Batman almost gets laid and then she effing explodes. Ha 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 ha.
Then she. I mean,
I will never forgive this movie for what it did to superhero movies, but Batman almost gets laid and then she effing explodes. Ha 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 ha.
how am I not? I mean, I feel like I should just know what this is based on that.
This is the easiest one.
This is Batman and Robin, is it?
No,
Why? What am I missing?
this is The Dark Knight.
Oh, and then she. Sorry, my brain took that too literally, man. That he almost and then she explodes. Like I put those I put those events too close together in my mind, and I'm trying to think of like what scene am I forgetting about in Batman where that's the thing? Okay,
Right?
wow, Brian. Yeah, take it a little too literally there. So,
All right. That's all I've got to say.
no, that's all I got too. This has been fun. I mean, as much as this may not be my favorite movie, it's been fun talking about it. It's been fun hanging out with you, my friend. And we will be back with not Batman next week, but another very, very 90s movie that I'm really looking forward to.
The 90s-ist.
It might be one of the most 90s of 90 movies there is. But if you want to know what that is, come back next week. And until then, have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
There's doors and corners, kid. If you don't clear the room, if you don't come in slow, that room will